Okay, good morning once again, and thank you for joining another FileCloud webinar. So today our topic will be about managing client devices. And our topics would include 3 ways to open the list of devices. 2 is how to manage the devices, the effects of remote wipe, what devices can connect, and the iOS device management. So we'll go through each one of these topics. All right, so to those who are new to FileCloud, to verify that you're logging into the correct admin portal, just to verify that it's just to check on your URL, and it should have the /UI/admin here. And if you're logging onto the user portal, it should have the /UI/core, which is like this one. Okay, so here we are logging here in our admin dashboard, and since our topic is about managing client devices, so in FileCloud we can actually manage the various clients connecting to the FileCloud instance. We have this feature which is called Remote Client Management, or the Data Leak Prevention Control. So please note that the administrator or a member of the administrators group can only perform the device management actions. So first, I'm going to show you the 3 ways to open the list of devices. The very first one is just on our home dashboard here in admin portal. Then we have also this the client device distribution by OS. The next one is here on the left side panel. We click devices, which I will go through each of the columns here and all of the features available later on. And the third one is through the user properties pop-up. So just click on the users tab and click for any user and click edit user. Then go to mobile devices. So it's most likely the same with the one in the dashboard, but if you wanted to go through a specific user immediately, then you can just go directly here in the users tab. All right. Okay, so going back here in our devices tab, so we have here in the very first column where you have the capability to select multiple users, which is just a checkbox. And the second column here is a drop down which lists down all the device info that you should need. Like for this one, it says an error messages, the available disk space, the bandwidth limits, and so on. So you can see that everything here. On our third column is the health, which is green says it's healthy or no issues. The orange would say some issues. So if you click the drop down, it says warning, sync is disabled, nothing will be synced. And if it's red, then it means it's not healthy. And if we check the drop down, then it says a warning here also. So the colors would help you identify if there are also issues happening in that device. All right, and then the column type here is a client device icon. It says Windows 8. This one, it says Android. And this one is Windows Server 2016. And then you can also say it's iOS. All right. And then next is the username, which is basically the account name that the user logged in with on the client device. So it's the same username that you see here in the users tab. So they should be the same. All right. Then for the device name, The device name, which is set up by the client device. It can be generic, like this one, Cloud Sync, FileCloud Drive, MS Outlook, and Android Samsung. The device details, which displays the OS type, the version, and the client apps version. So you can check that one here. Then our next column is last access, which displays the last time this device connected to the FileCloud server. So it also displays the location, as you can see, on where the client is connected from. So this managed device is really helpful. So because you can also see the location of each device. So the next column we have here is the status. This just indicates whether the device has been approved or this is not yet approved for access by the administrator. So this is an add-on security also. Then next would be the access. So it's either allowed or blocked. This is an RMC function that a specific client device can be selectively blocked from logging into the FileCloud server. But please note that if the client is not connected, the block and even the remote wipe will happen when it tries to log in into the server. But if the client is connected, the block and remote wipe will occur and the client will automatically exit out. So if you just click the remote wipe, then it basically just erases all the data in this device, in addition to just blocking them. All right. So the administrator can also wipe the FileCloud folders in the remote device. And now I'll show you the effects of remote wipe on each of the clients. Just going back here. So this one I've listed here for you to see it. So if you do a remote wipe, the effect if the user is using FileCloud Drive is that the cache folder data will be deleted and the application will log out. So if you're using FileCloud Sync, the sync data will be deleted as well and the application will log out. And for mobile devices, which is for iOS and Android, the downloaded data in this device will be deleted and will log out of the server. So for you to review this, don't worry because I'll be sending over a recording of this webinar and it will also be posted on our website. I'm going to show you that later. Okay, so our next column here is the action. So it's the list of queued actions for that client device, such as the number of messages. So I'm going to show you later how to send a message also. And the last column here, which is the logs. If we click that one, it's the folder to view uploaded logs from the client. So we also have here the option to remove all old versions, remove all incomplete uploads, deleted files, and then check on the deleted files. Okay. Then you can download this one as a zip file, you can share this one, and also manage the folder level security here. Okay, so next would be the message. So this is connected here in the action. So if you click the message, then it opens a window to send a message to the selected client. So for example, we're going to send, and there. Hakim shows that it has one action here, which was the message that I just sent. Okay, so next is get logs. These logs are uploaded by the client when the client connects to the FileCloud server. And also if the client is already connected, then it processes the get logs command periodically and uploads the logs to the server. Next one here is the command. Basically sends a configuration command to the selected client. So you can just write here a valid configuration command in XML format. And you can just press send after you have added it. And our last button here is the delete, which removes the selected client from the list of connected devices. So you might want to use this feature when the user ID is no longer valid and the associated client record no longer needs to be managed. But if you want to keep the device record, but just do not want to allow it to connect for a period of time, then you can just simply choose the block action rather than just deleting it fully. All right, so our next topic we have here is what devices can connect. So I've also listed here the devices that can connect to the FileCloud server, which can be managed by the administrator. The FileCloud iOS app, the Android app, the Windows Store, FileCloud Sync, FileCloud Drive, Outlook add-in, and the Office add-in. So these are only the devices that can be managed in the admin portal. And lastly is our iOS device management. So going back here in our dashboard, the administrators have the capability to manage iOS devices. Where they can also enable uploading of photos and videos from their devices automatically. So the advantage of this is actually it will serve as a backup for the mobile users, knowing that their data is saved in a safe location. So for an administrator, you must need to enable this feature here in your settings, then go to endpoint backup, and then just select allow camera uploads. Then don't forget to click save here. All right. And also keep in mind that with the amount of photos and videos generated by the mobile devices, then the storage size can run out quickly. Okay. So we have already covered all of the topics for our webinar today. So if you have questions, please feel free to chat them. And while waiting for any questions, a quick start guide will be emailed to all of the attendees today and also to those who have registered. And if you need help, you can contact our support team at help.codelate.com. So this is your support portal. You can submit a ticket, track a ticket, and our support engineers will respond to you from here. Then we also have a support documentation, getfilecloud.com/support docs. We have a documentation guide and you can search for whatever topics that you need help here. And then also here in our website, which is getfilecloud.com, under resources, we have the tutorial videos. So to those who have missed the previous webinars and you wanted to watch them, then you can just simply find them here. We have so many topics and you can also filter them according to admin or if you're just a user or product overview. And our webinar today will also be uploaded here on our tutorial page. And please continue to register on our webinars. From time to time, we will update this one. Our next webinar will be next Wednesday, which is how to enable and configure FileCloud's index search. All right. So I guess we don't have questions and everything is clear. So thank you again, everyone, for joining today's webinar, and have a great day.